him at all. So there he is. There's my buddy Pete up on the wall. Pete, we're waiting for you to get home from vacation. We can't wait. Left we could go Saturdays. We won't be back until late Saturday night. 2 weeks. What is if somebody do on 2 weeks vacation? Have you ever? I want to hear from everybody tonight in the chat room in the comments section. I want to hear if you've ever been on a 2 week vacation. The last 2 week vacation I was on was in 1969, Daytona Beach. 1969 was the last one I was on. Jeff, have you ever been? Have you ever been? Well, you did. You were on a 13-day vacation. You just got back. How does somebody go on a 2 week vacation? Do people not have jobs? Like Jeff doesn't have a job. Pete doesn't have a job. I guess they're retired. I mean, they're not unemployed because they can't work. They're retired. But 2 weeks, I would go crazy being gone from 2 weeks. Yeah, I know. You just got back. I know. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. I know you just got back from a 2 week vacation. I could not imagine. What would you do if you went to the beach? You could play golf, I guess. If you have one of those little tiki lounges down by the pool, you could hang out there and watch Sports Center, watch the SEC Network, watch some games on Saturday, pros on Sunday. The Titans lost again. Did you see that mess? Did you see that debacle? Yeah. Yeah, let's fire the coach. Let's bring in a new one. 0-2. With it looking terrible. And they looked terrible. Though Levis did look just a little bit better. He did look a little bit better than from the first week when they played the Bears. But man, they got some work to do. But getting back to the 2 week vacation, I can't. Mine was 1969. Billy Holland says, after a couple days, I'm done. That's right, Billy. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. Pete Jeff says swim to the bar. Perry says couldn't make it 2 weeks at the beach. I couldn't either. I'd go crazy. I'd be burned, bored. I used to read at the beach. Did anybody else have to read? You used to read at the beach. When we go there, I'd take a book and maybe read a book. I think the last book I read at the beach was The Firm. That's how long it's been. That's how long it's been. But 2 weeks. Wow. 2 weeks. This guy right here. 2 week vacation. You just can't go 2 weeks, man. There's too much to do back here. There's too much to do back here. We got a ton of stuff to do back here. Sean and I rearranged the barbecue shop Saturday. We were exhausted. Exhausted. My third man was gone. But good for him. Good for Pete. And I hope he's having a good time. And we miss you, Pete. And can't wait till you get back. Let's see. What else we get to? No show last week. Pete was gone. That's one of the reasons. And we have a family issue here that I couldn't find help. So I couldn't do it Monday. And then I was going to do it Wednesday. But then the rain was moving in, and I'm redoing my yard. I've killed my entire yard. My yard looked like crap, and I am really into my yard. I try to keep my yard looking top drawer, and it just for some reason summer it just died. It just died. So I went ahead and sprayed it with Roundup, killed it good, and still killing it. We're going to do new grass seed next Sunday. But I had to spread some dirt in some areas, and I had 100 pieces of sod I had to get out. So that's what I did last Wednesday. So I appreciate everybody calling. Everybody was calling me, check up on me. I appreciate that. Everybody was saying, "You okay? You okay?" Yeah, man, I'm all right. Hello, Steve Davidson. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in Saturday. Steve was on the 20 at 10 show with me. We had a good time. Let's see. Oh, big thanks to Matt and Blake Pulliam. They drove all the way up from Moulton, Alabama on Saturday morning, got there at 7:30 our time, 6:30 Moulton, Alabama time, and they bought a Southern Q limo. You know, I don't know if you follow our face page, you see that big, I called it the Big Frog. We did our chicken wings on it. They bought that one, and they're going to be taking it down to Moulton, Alabama, in that area. And I think Matt said he's going to do some vending, or he's going to store or a shop or something. He's going to use it to cook with and to sell barbecue. So by golly, good luck to you, Matt, and good luck to you, his son Blake. Real nice pair, and we appreciate you so much for coming up. Blake was really into social media. He was really quizzing me, and till we were talking about Facebook and I got on TikTok. I got on TikTok because of Blake. Blake said you need to be on TikTok. So there's one. I think my handle on TikTok is the barbecue guy. I believe that's what it is, the barbecue guy. Maybe the barbecue guy 8. So if you want to go TikTok, we put one video up of chicken wings, and that was fun. So we're getting there. We're trying to reverse the clock, that old age clock. It creeps up on us all, but I'm trying to reverse it and bring it back, and trying to act young, trying to act not my age, but act in a younger age, back to the days when I could do stuff and understand stuff like this. So that's what we're doing. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and we appreciate everybody that follows us on there. I'm watching the computer screen, so I keep looking away. If you're wondering, say, what's he doing? I'm watching. I got to do everything. I got to do everything here. You know why? You know why, don't you? You know why? Here on the show. We hope. I thanked Matt and Blake Pulliam for getting that Southern Q limo. I appreciate that. Hey, coming up now, I set this date before something happened. So there was supposed to be a barbecue contest down in Trenton last Saturday, and they postponed it until the 28th. And I'd already picked this date to do this seminar. Of course, they were doing what everybody else was doing. They were watching the local weather as they were telling us that we were going to be in a flood from Francine. Well, the weather, the rain never came. You know, they moved football games around. They changed hundreds and hundreds of things changed because of these weather reports, and they were wrong. I mean, they're just wrong. So I picked this date so it wouldn't interfere with anybody. And then I found out that the Trenton barbecue on the square had been postponed till the 28th. Well, I've already picked the date for my seminar because I didn't want to do it on the 21st because that's when the blue gray barbecue contest is. Now, they've still got room in that blue gray contest. If you want to compete in barbecue, people come in the store all the time. Steve, do you compete? Yeah, I compete. Where can we compete at? We want to do this. The 21st, that's next Saturday. You can still get in down in Chickamauga. That's the Blue Gray Barbecue Contest. Has been going on now, I think, 10 years, maybe 12 years. It's right on the front lawn of the Gordon Lee Mansion. It's a wonderful contest. It's fun. I mean, man, you talk about fun. It's just a small, local, non-sanctioned contest, and it is so much fun. Jeff won it twice. Michael Davidson and Sean Cosby won it last year. I've come in second the last 2 years. I won it 1 year a long time ago, but it's fun. And your chances of winning and placing are great. They are fantastic. So, but if you want to do it, just go on Facebook, look at the Blue Gray Barbecue, and all the sign up information is there. And go to the Gordon Lee Mansion website, and all the information is there too. They would love to see you. They need you down there. I wish I could do it, but I got a situation where I can't this year. But maybe next year, hopefully, maybe things will change, and next year we'll be able to go down there. But if I can't, it's okay. You can go down there, have fun, try a barbecue contest. You think there's this. We got this buddy. I won't mention any names. lives down in Rock Spring. He is the barbecue guy, and his food is really good. And you know how he knows it? Because he gives it to his friends and he gives it to his family, and they eat it. He gives free food to his friends and family, and they eat it, and they go, "Oh, I better not say his name. This food is fantastic." And man, I got good food. My family, my friends love it. I feed them for free, and they just love it. And he's wanting to compete, and so he was going to do Trenton, but he can't do that because it's been postponed. He's going to do it the 28th, but he'll be down there in Chickamauga doing that contest. And that's the great thing about this contest. He lets you get a taste of it. If you think your food's good, it is. Now Jason's a good cook. He makes great food. I'm sure he does. But until you take your food and you put 6 pieces of your food in a little box and you give it to a table of judges and they don't know whose food they're eating, it's a blind draw, and then they grade your food, you really haven't made barbecue. You really, I mean, it will make you humble. It will make you humble so bad. When we first started, Dan Grease and I did, when the Owl's Nest barbecue team started, we were so bad and we thought we were so good. And then we went to these competitions and we found out real quick that we were not good barbecue cooks as far as contests go. And that's kind of what separates the cream from the crop. If you're good in the contest, you're good in the backyard too, I promise you. If you're good in the backyard, doesn't necessarily mean you're good in the contest. But 21st, the Blue Gray Barbecue Contest is a good place to start. And I know, I bet I can't say his name. I can't say his name, my buddy from Rock Spring. He's going to go down there and he's going to take all that good food. And he's going to take all that good food. And he's going to take all that good food and he's going to put it in that little box. And then he's going to put that box on the back of Gary's four-wheeler. He's going to take it up to those judges. And then they're going to go sit up the steps at Gordon Lee Mansion at 5:00. And they're going to tell him how good his food was. And they can either call his name or his name ain't going to be called. So it's going to be Judgment Day. It'll be Judgment Day for all you guys competing. And I can't tell you how much fun it is. It's a great time. But win, lose, or draw, it's fun. You should go. And if you're not going to cook, go by and check it out. They've got the Gordon Lee Mansion is open. They've got people roaming around in period clothing. That train that runs from the Chattanooga station is going to go there. You've got the springs across the street. You can go check those out. And they got this cannon. Be careful. At 10 o'clock in the morning, they start shooting this cannon off. And they do it every hour. And I swear you will shake in your shoes at the top of every hour because you forget about it. You bam, at 10, it goes off and it just scares you to death. And then you think, I'll remember it next time. Well, then here comes 11 o'clock. Boom. And then here comes 12. Boom. 1. Boom. They keep shooting this thing off and it scares you every time. But it's fun. Just one of the fun things that they do down there. This guy right here, and I tell him about that cannon. And after that, he got used to it. But we had a lot of fun. Came in second, as usual. Old second place Steve. That's what they call me. Old second place Steve. Let's see. Okay. Starting on September the 28th. Now we're going to have a good time. And I hate this date conflicts. I did not mean for this date to conflict with anybody. I had set this date previously before the contest was postponed in Trenton. And I really mean that. And I was trying to find another date, but it's just not going to work because I got something going the 5th of October. And Pete and I are trying to get if he would ever come home, we're trying to get a date in the latter part of October. We're going to do a whole hog. We're going to invite all our friends down and we're going to have a little whole hog workshop. We're going to do one of those overnight. And then we're going to invite everybody to come over to the shop. We're going to have hog picking. We'll have all kinds of sides. It'll gotta be a good fun. It'll be the Owl's Nest Barbecue Fall Festival, so to speak. And we're looking towards the end of October. It'll be either be the last or next to last weekend of October. I haven't decided on the date yet. I gotta get with Pete when he gets home. When this guy when this guy, I'll talk to him about the date, see what date he wants to do it. But it's going to be on the 28th. What we're doing on September 28th, we are going to have it's not a school, it's a workshop. I'm going to do a brisket and a chicken workshop. And it's going to start at 8 in the morning. It's going to end at 11, only 3 hours. And I know, Steve, you can't do a brisket in 3 hours. I know, folks. I know that. It's hard to do chicken in 3 hours. I can do that. But what I want to tell you is what we're going to do is everybody will bring their own brisket. And what we'll do is we'll go over trimming the brisket. Now, if you're a accomplished barbecue person, and this probably won't appeal to you, but it will appeal to people because there's a lot of people out there that are scared to death to do a brisket. And I know what it's like. One time I did 4 briskets in my life that were unedible before I finally got one that was edible. So I know it's frustrating. So we'll go over the trimming. We'll go over the binders. We'll go over the what rubs to use. If you want to talk about injection, we'll talk about injection, what kind of injections to use, how to inject it. I put a little spin on it, on my injections. That's kind of neat that you wouldn't think of it as working good, but it does. I got the idea from David Bosky years ago, and I can tell you that I'm not gonna. There are no secrets. I'm not gonna keep anything close to the chest. If I know something's good, I'm gonna tell it to you, and I'm gonna tell you what works. We're not gonna do this in the contest school. This is a backyard school, and then bring your own chicken. I wish you would bring chicken thighs. You can bring any chicken you want, and we'll go over how to cook it. But chicken thighs are what I really want to show y'all how to cook. We've got a great method and a great recipe for chicken thighs. And it's something that you can do at home, do for your family, and it's something that'll blow them away, I promise. It makes great chicken. It makes a great taste. And I want to show you how to do it. And I think once you learn how to do it, it'll be one of those things that you'll do the rest of your life, because I do them all the time still. When I'm entertaining and somebody wants chicken, I do it this way because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to eat. It's something that people don't really know about, and you can stack it up on a plate and people can grab them, and it's just a lot of fun. So that's what we're going to do. And anything else y'all want? Anything else? Anybody that wants to go over it, anything like that, we'll be there, and that's going to start from 8 and go to 11, and then we'll get the day started. Because at the store, I'm open early Saturdays because I thought everybody, I open at 6:30 Saturday morning. I figured everybody would want to come early and get their barbecue supplies, get the stuff on before the games. But we're just not getting a lot of track now. In the afternoons, we get swamped. It's great. But we need a little bit more traffic in the mornings. And so that's why I'm doing this, is to get people used to coming in there in the mornings. And I can talk to you a little bit longer because not many people are there. And we can talk about methodology, and kind of give you some ideas, maybe change your mind on a few things. And, we were talking to a guy. I was talking to a guy. And now I know there's a lot of guys out there. Mustard is a binder. I know. I see it. I see it all the time. Everybody getting mustard and rubbing it on ribs, rubbing it on a pork butt, rubbing it on a brisket. Mustard, it gets all nasty with mustard. It's cleanup time. You got to change your gloves before you can spray, because it makes a great binder. Well, you know what else makes a great binder? Pam in a can makes a fantastic binder, as good as that mustard, where you simply take a regular can of Pam, or if you want to get fancy, take an olive oil brand of Pam, and you spray the meat down, and then you put your rub on it. It won't come off just as good as it won't come off that mustard. And plus, you don't have any cleanup. So that's the kind of things we're going to talk about. All these things you see on YouTube that all these guys use. And I'm not, if you want to use mustard, by golly, more power to you. You do all kinds of ways to get to Chicago. You can use all the mustards you want, but I don't use mustard. I use Pam, and we're going to use Pam at the workshop on September the 28th from 8 until 11. I'd love to see you. All you got to do is text me, go to my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and the Owl's Nest Barbecue Facebook page. My phone number is there. All you got to do is text me, say, Steve, reserve 2 spots for me and my wife, my buddy and I, or whatever you want to do. Just, I just need to get a number because we're going to have free refreshments. I want to know how much stuff to get to. So that'll be fun. That is September the 28th from 8 until 11 at the Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Store in Ooltewah. We got plenty of room. It'll be, weather should be nice. If it's too hot, we'll go inside. I got a nice place inside. We'll be able to go inside in the air conditioning too. So I got you covered. Let's see what Billy has to say. Billy Holland, see, there's one. He uses a sriracha as a binder. See, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of using sriracha as a binder. So, see what I'm saying? You'll learn all kinds of things at these workshops. Sriracha. So now have you seen mayonnaise? People using mayonnaise on chicken now to do as a binder. I mean, people using all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what David Bosca uses? David Bosca's super secret binder. You know what his is? Crazy. Can't hardly find it in stores. Water. That's right. Water. That stuff that comes out of your tap. Water comes out of a bottle. That's his secret binder, the water. So there you go. Let's do this. That's all I've got. Anybody got any announcements up here? Let's see. Steve Davidson says, Jeff said water. We just talked about that. Frank's hot sauce works good too. Yes, it does. Very similar to sriracha. A hot liquid that gives a hot. Now, mustard, mayonnaise, you probably wouldn't taste on the food. You'd probably taste a little hot sauce. I assume. I've never used it, but I assume you would. But if that's the flavor profile you're going after, then that's perfect. That is just perfect. All right, we got a bunch of pictures, guys. You guys are doing so good on sharing your pictures. I love this. This is over on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Nation, and I love, especially on Sunday mornings, going on that page and looking and see what all you guys are cooking. Let's see. We'll start. We got a bunch of them, man. That's why I wanted to get into this stuff. Here we go. We'll start right there. We went over this Saturday. Thomas Damon from West Germany did some picanha on the grill. That's his first time he's done picanha. And he said it turned out great. He had some pictures of it done. Jonathan Edwards did a tri-tip. Now look at that, how big that tri-tip is. I've never seen a tri-tip in Chattanooga or Ooltewah that big. And look at it looks like almost like a Wagyu tri-tip. Is that a Wagyu, Jonathan? But that doneness is perfect. I love tri-tip. Tri-tip's something. If you ever get a hold of one, by all means, try to do one. They're fun. They're good too. Don't take long either. Here he did some pulled pork in a taco boat. That looks good. He's got all the condiments. It looks like he got some salsa, tomatoes, and some peppers. And I don't know, what are those? Are those bell peppers? Or I don't know what that is. But he's got something to make little taco boats out of. That looks really good. Billy Holland, he came in Friday before Saturday, or was it Thursday? Anyway, before he knew the contest was canceled this past weekend, or postponed rather. I'm sorry. In Trenton, he'd gotten all his stuff. So what Billy did, and only Billy would do this because he's such a good guy. He looks like he made a neighborhood picnic. So there's a couple of his pork butts there. Come on. There's a grill. He got it loaded up. He's got some chicken thighs in the middle, and it looks like he's probably got some beans or something on there on the right. A couple pork butts on the left. He's got something there in that little tray. I don't know what that is, but there's Billy's chicken there. Look at that chicken. That's the kind of chicken we're going to be doing Saturday, the 28th. That's the kind of chicken we'll be doing. Is that date right? Is that date right? The 28th. Somebody got a calendar anywhere? Look and make sure the last Saturday of the month of September is the 28th. If somebody would just make sure. I'd hate to have the wrong. I'd hate to have the wrong day. If anybody's got a calendar out there. Michael says, I bet my Billy had a great looking prize. He did, Michael. Looks better than my real food, doesn't it? It's okay. Charles says I'm right. Good deal. Thank you, Charles. You're coming up just a little bit. I appreciate that. It's good to know that I got the right date. I don't know why I had a brain lock. Yes, 28th is the last Saturday in September, and that is when the workshop is, the brisket chicken workshop. Thank you, Charles. Appreciate that very much. Let's see here. There's Billy's smoker that he got. Love that smoker, Billy. Love the twin stacks on that thing. That thing just pulls the smoke over the food. I'll bet just unbelievable. Here's Heath Jordan. He went up to the Polk County Fair a couple of weeks ago and sold, and he had a pretty good setup. There's a Southern Q there in the back. Looks like he's got a Blackstone. Looks like he's got an offset sitting up back there. It looks good. There's some food on the big old offset from Heath. Looks like he's got some ribs, some hot dogs, some bologna, some baked beans on there. That looks good. There's a little closer look at his setup. That's a lot of stuff there, Heath. That's a bunch of setting up and tearing down right there. It's a lot of work. Okay, here is Jason Penley. He had a big cookout for the game on the 31st for the Georgia kickoff game. They kicked off at noon. There's some mac and cheese that he did, some ooey gooey mac and cheese. And let's see, here's some ribs that those were the finished ribs. They look excellent. Just excellent. I think those are Jason's. Yeah. And there is his full plate. Look, he's got some ribs, some elote corn. I love saying elote. Baked beans and some macaroni. There's just a regular can of the regular half pan of macaroni and cheese. Looks good. Looks real good there, folks. There is nothing like smoked macaroni and cheese. It's worth having a smoker just for that. That is Michael Williams chicken wings he did. Michael, those look fantastic. I like them because they're not ribs or bologna. That's why I like them. Jamie Fawcett, he kicked in some, these are smoked. Let's see, what are those things? They were smoked pig shots. What's that dip? That's some kind of dip that he makes. I've got it written down here, but I can't see the whole thing because it's too long. But anyway, he's got some pig shots. Looks like some pork wrapped in bacon around some cheese. That looks really good. Some more Jimmy Fawcett stuff coming up here. There they are, cuts. Got a jalapeno in the inside and some chicken wrapped in bacon. And and that looks like he's got that queso dip. That's the word I'm looking for, queso. Looks like he's got that stuffed in the pepper. Man, those look awesome. Really look good, Jimmy. There's Pete. Pete did a couple steaks the other day. There's his PK. You know, that PK, look at that thing. That thing is so utilitarian, yet it cooks such good food. It looks like it's cheap. It's not. They're not cheap. Made of aluminum. It'll last forever. If you get one, you can will it to your son or daughter. That's how long they last. Forever. They last forever. Those little PKs do. Let's see. Here's Mike Shadwick did some ribs this week. No, those are his hamburgers. Whose are those? Let's see. I got Mike Shadwick's ribs, but obviously those are somebody's burgers. Sometimes I get confused. I'm doing all these things. I can't remember if those were Mike's or not. I don't think they were Jason's. They may have been Jason's. No, well, it doesn't matter. Here's Steve Davidson. Now, Steve said that this was the ugliest rib he ever cooked. Now, I don't see what's ugly about that. I think it looks good, Steve. It's a little skinny up there at the top, but I bet it was good. It sure looks like it was good. Let's see if some people got something to say here. Um, Pete's joined us. Let's make sure that he is his second home. He's one of those people. Pete Barry says, "Hey, Pete." Barry misses you, Pete. We all do. We all do. Pete Brand says, "Hello, fellas." Yep, back at you, Pete. Let's see what we got going here. Pete loves his PK. You should, Pete. That's a great cooker. Um, Al Selvage, I love my PK. Um, and Michael says he loves the picture. He loves the picture. And Pete gave his picture a laugh too. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. So that was a fun little thing. Fun little thing right there. We still got pictures to go though, guys. Let's see. Here's Pete's steaks that he made, those two New York strips. He cooked them. He did kind of what they call a reverse sear. Cooked them two zones. First, he cooked them on the part of the grill not over the smoker or not over the charcoal, and got them up, and then finished them off over the charcoal for a little reverse sear. Best way to do a thick steak, y'all. If you don't know how to reverse sear, learn. I promise you. Here is, let's see, whose wings were those? Those were, I think, were those yours, Steve Davidson, or those Rondell's? I think those may have been Rondell's wings, but they look really good. Thomas Damon over in West Germany got a new electric smoker. Look at that. New smoker came in. I can't wait to see the pictures off that. Look at that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 racks. You don't think you can turn out some good food on that? And I like those things. They don't have a big footprint either. Yeah, Will Perry. Now this is neat. I think that is a charcoal grill on top of a griddle. It looks to me, and he's got a spatchcocked chicken on top of it. I don't know if he's using the heat from the griddle to keep the charcoal going, or if he's just using the griddle as a kind of a table. I wish I knew. There it was. Boy, this thing's slow today for some reason. There it is. There's the chicken when he just got it prepped, and looks like he may have just flipped it. Looks like it's got some char on it, doesn't it? And then you got that. That must have been after that one must have been after the first one. But that's an interesting setup he's got there. I like that. Here's Rondell's. Here you go. Here's Rondell's wings. Let's see. There's Rondell. Rondell made some chicken wings. He made those on his new Peak. It looks like he grilled them off. Boy, I love them. Those things are, when they look like that, they are so good. And look, fellas, what he used to top them off. Look at that. This darn thing. His computer's slow tonight. Terrapin Ridge Farm spicy pineapple teriyaki. Guys and gals and others, I'm going to tell you something. If you have not tried this yet, you are missing it. On wings, on stir fry, on any kind of a real thin steak. That spicy pineapple teriyaki is a winner. It is a winner. We've got it at the store. Come by and try it. I got a bottle open in the refrigerator. I'll be glad to give you a test of it. Man, it's good. Good stuff. And last but not least, here's Charles. Here's that picture I was talking about. Our internet, for some reason, is just slow tonight. I can't figure out what's wrong. Let's read Charles, because I want There we are. I was having all kinds of problems when I was getting ready tonight, trying to keep this stupid internet thing going. But that's all I got. I hope you don't have anything else. I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate everybody's support. Good luck to you guys this coming Saturday on the 21st. Those fellas, my friends that are competing down in Chickamauga. And good luck to you guys on the 28th down in Trenton at barbecuing on the square down in Trenton. Good luck to you guys. I hope you do well. And to my friend down there in Rock Spring, I better not say his name. Good luck to you. I can't wait. I cannot, and I promise you, I can't wait to see what place you come in the contest, in your first contest. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. If you got first place, I would not be surprised. You're that good. I know. You're good. You're good. But if you got first place, I would not be surprised. I really would, but that's okay. All right, we got to go. We'll see you. I'm back at work tomorrow. We'll be at store all week, and we'll be back at the 20 at 10 show Saturday morning at 10 o'clock at the store. We'll be there, and we'll be there all day until 3 o'clock. Until then, everybody, we enjoyed it, and we'll see you then.